Is NIO stock a buy? Is NIO better than Tesla? Where is Tesla going? So in this video, we will try and answer some of these questions and also analyze NIO's stock. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, subscribe, like, and share. So NIO has been on the news of late. In the past, a few hours ago, it disclosed that it has delivered 5,055 vehicles, or it delivered 5,055 vehicles in October 2020, double its deliveries of 2,526 vehicles a year earlier. The bond's total deliveries consist of, let's see, of 31,430 vehicles. The bond's total consisted of 2,695 units of the ES6, 1,477 ES8s, and 883 EC6. The company said year-to-date deliveries totaled 31,430. The company's American depository shares rose 7.1% during pre-market trading, so which is the session we are right now. The market hasn't opened yet. So this folks are WCCF Tech covered a piece on Tesla. It says, of course, it's about the delivery, and let's just see what they're talking about. Okay, it's about the numbers we have already read out already. Let's see if they have any other thing before we go back and see. Okay, this is a tweet for them on October 29, 2020. The 5,000 mass-produced vehicle of the month rolled off the assembly line from the JAC NIO Advanced Manufacturing Center in Hefei, marking the first time that NIO's monthly production exceeded 5,000 units. And the author of this piece said, bear in mind that NIO has been swiftly ramping up its production capacity. Earlier in October, the company's CEO Lin Bin revealed in an interview with a Chinese TV channel that the EV manufacturer was leveraging its ongoing partnership with Jack Motors to increase its production capacity to 150,000 units in 2021. In a crucial insight, the CEO also indicated that the company's production capacity will double to 300,000 units per annum, corresponding to a monthly production capacity of 25,000 units by the end of 2021. As noted earlier, NIO shares have been benefiting from continuing Wall Street endorsements. For instance, on the 14th of October, JP Morgan analyst Nick Lai set the new June 2021 price target of $40 for NIO on the basis of a 3 times enterprise value to sales estimate for the year 2025. Crucially, JP Morgan had noted that NIO would be able to capture 7% of the cumulative EV market and a whopping 30% of the premium EV segment by 2022 and 2025. Thereafter, on the 26th of October, Morgan Stanley called NIO a strong EV leader in the making in its most recent investment note, raising the stock price target to $33 from the original peg of $20.5. Morgan Stanley analyst Tim Hishao based this upgrade on better than expected Q3 deliveries, margin upside potential, and an update of our assumptions behind NIO's vehicle long-term rate of NOP. NIO shares closed at a record $31.99 on the 29th of October. Year to date, the stock has generated a gain of over 722%. Okay, so this is a summary page of NIO. Okay, and We already know it's a vehicle maker, an electric vehicle maker. So let's see. You can see what goes on here now. Over the last 1 year, it has increased. This is what is available from Charles Schwab. It says here it has increased by the shares has increased by 2,008.97%. The last 6 months has been 861.64%. In the last 1 month, it's 44.38%. So one of the questions we are trying to answer now, even though it's coming it's a bit too soon in this video, is if NIO is better than Tesla. So we will just try and see if we can use this metrics to see if we can answer that question. So, but there isn't any real need. There isn't any need really. It's not best thing. Not exactly the best question to ask, or rather, it's not comparing two companies. Not exactly very wonderful. Not exactly. They're no two companies are comparable as such. But you might say because they are in the same space, they are in the same market, they are trying to satisfy the same demand, then the same demands. So you can probably see if you can compare them. So in the light of that, we will see if we can just find out what Tesla is like, where when we in this sort of price comparison, this what we're looking at right now. So we'll just dive in and find out how Tesla compares. So we already have. Let's get the details we have for NIO, and then we'll compare that. Okay. So for 1 year, we have again 2,800.97. For 6 months, we have 861.64. For 1 month, we have 44.38. So let's see now. Let's see if we can do that comparison. Okay, so we're going to write them out so that we will all be clear about what we're comparing. We'll try and okay, well, in the case of NIO, for 1 year, NIO had an increase of 2,008%, and Tesla has an increase of only 516.06%. In the last 6 months, for Tesla, it is 176.65. For NIO, it is 861.64. In the last 1 month, Tesla is a negative of 6.52%. For NIO, it is 44.38%. So in terms of price gains on the equity, yes, NIO is better. But there are so many metrics. There's so many dimensions you can compare them. Tesla is by far more popular, more iconic, and so in that regard, Tesla is probably better. Tesla has been in the electric vehicle space longer than NIO. So you might say yes, on just that singular item alone, yes, Tesla is better. And but also NIO is in the world's largest EV market, which is China, I believe. So that is an advantage for NIO, and Tesla is yes, it has a I believe it has a factory there, and it's probably doesn't have as much advantage since it's not exactly a Chinese company. So you do the comparison, but we have been able to just point out a few, and and because also the stock of Tesla NIO is it's coming up. It's not as it hasn't been there for as long as Tesla has been. So you might see, yes, it has some more room to grow, and it also is trading in double figures. Let's refresh and see. It's trading in double figures at the moment. So yes, it has by far more room to. You stand a better chance of making more money if you're trading it, because it's easier for a double digit figure to increase as against a single digit figure. So if you put it this way, if a certain figure, a figure of investment is going into into NIO shares, how much of an impact would that have on the shares relative to that of Tesla? So, if, for instance, an investment of $100 billion were to go into NIO shares will appreciate by far more than Tesla shares. So it's up to you now to decide whether that makes sense. So we've also been able to answer some of the other questions. Even though we have not answered the first question, is NIO stock a buy? And then, but we somehow would also we've been able to answer the other question: where is NIO stock going? So I believe it's probably going up, but let's not conclude on that, because we are yet to complete this analysis we are doing on NIO. It's quite unfortunate that I have been able to dabble in and out of the whole bead. Okay, so we'll go over here and look at what's going on. We use the tool we have always been using of late, the IDS tool provided by Charles Schwab, and see if we can find out a few things we can digest about NIO or NIO stock. So I believe it's in the pre-market. NIO is currently up 7.16%, and here you can find out on Charles on stock tweets the opinions of some certain participants. Some of them may or may not be. Hope this day ends how it started, looking good so far all around. And I say we touched that 5 today. Okay, so it's all about the news about the deliveries. The stock doesn't want to pull back. Markets way up overnight. NIO up 7% at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Short-term target $40 to $44, and sit back to reach double digits in coming years. Finally, the first time delivery numbers gave a boost. Okay, so it's all about the news out there now. So let's go in and see what's going on here. So NIO has is a large cap. It has a market capitalization of $41.7 billion. It has shares outstanding as 1.362 billion. 35% are held by institutions. And also there's a note here, and it says it's an ADR. You may be charged fees by the bank that custodies this ADR. Okay, obviously NIO is a Chinese company incorporated in China, but the shares are traded here on the New York Stock Exchange. As such, they are ADR, American Depository Receipts. Okay, and so of the float that are of the shares that are trading here, are trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Out of that which is about 1.362 billion. 4.4 4.47% of them were sold short, all are sold short, okay, which is about 60.87 million, and it will take about not up to a day to sell everything up, and the 10-day average volume is 133 million, 133.2 million, and so the trend analysis is that NIO appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative literature strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for NIO is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts consider overbought. You can see here it's right in the overbought territory. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So it doesn't even include what's going on today, because we are currently looking at the data of Friday, the 30th of October 2020. Okay, the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay, it's the third quarter earnings announcement expected on the 10th of November 2020. Earnings will tentatively be announced on that day before market open, with 5 analysts covering NIO. The consensus estimate is a loss of $0.17 per share, and the high and low estimates of 0.10 and 0.23 respectively. Okay, so it's all about the news as well. Number of deliveries in October, and so we have this report as well. We have a report from analysts. This was dated on the 30th of October 2020. So key ratios and statistics. Okay, so these ratios are not exactly up to date, because they are based on based on the 12 months up to December 2019, and a lot has changed since that time. But as at then, it was 0.52, which is the total current assets to total current ratio. Sorry, total current liabilities. So they have more liabilities than they have assets, and consensus estimates. So you have currently, we have 3 buys, 5 outperform, 5 hold, 1 underperform, 0 strong sell. Mean rating is 2.3. A week ago it was 2.4. 4 weeks ago it was 2.6. As of 8 weeks ago, it was 2.9. As of 13 weeks ago, it was 3.9. So 3.1. So, well, broadly, the market is weakened. The broad market is weaker now. There's been a lot of sell-off and uncertainty. So I guess all of that might be contributing to the decline in the current ratings at the moment. So annual income statements. So there isn't any point looking at them, because these are not exactly current, and they're not even either the earnings outcomes for the quarter. So we'll probably come back to them and look at the income statements and the cash flow statements as at when they announce their earnings outcomes. So that probably leads us to the third question we asked: where is NIO stock going? Well, you can just basically look at this stock and you can see that it is based on what it has done, it is going up. It's going up. That's what the trend analysis has indicated here. It says NIO stock appears to be in a strong bullish uptrend. No doubt about that. In a strong bullish uptrend. The long-term indicator, the long-term trend line, which is the 20-day long-term, 200-day moving average, is bullish. You can see that it just looks sloping upwards. The medium-term 150 days upwards as well, and the others definitely will be upwards. Are likely to be upwards. So, yes, and as at now, it is. As at the time it closed on the 30th, it was even way ahead of its 10-day trend line. So the 10-day trend line was it was at $28.25. So whereas it was so probably something close to would I say 7% ahead of its 10-day trend line. So yes, NIO stock is moving up. It's going up. It's not looking back. Regardless of what has been going on, the election uncertainties and everything, and the poor earnings outcomes of certain tech giants. It is shrugging all of those things off. It's the decline that is going on with the poor performance that Tesla, its peer, has delivered. It hasn't faced NIO stock. So it is bullish. It is going up. It is not looking back. Based on what he has done, and the momentum for is also strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, and the level which many analysts call overbought. So it's overbought. Yes. So this means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and indeed driving the price higher. So at the same time as well, we have to be cautious. We have to be cautious. It can always correct. It can always pull back, and we don't know when that is happening. But based on what it has done so far, it is going up, and indeed, it could also pull back. So you have to be cautious, and if you want to get into NIO, if you want to use Tesla as a comparison, if you want to use the trend to go green, go electric as a reference, you might do analysis and decide if NIO is really the direction. If NIO is another issue to play, if you missed out on Tesla, then you can decide. And if you have concluded, get into it. And if you decided to buy it, then go in, stay there, and don't keep coming out and in and out. Just buy it for the long term and not for the very short term. That would be my advice. If you want to go in, if you want to buy NIO, yes, the price is not very bad at the moment, $32.77. Get in, stay there for the long term. Okay? So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.